Good morning, class. Happy Monday. I don't know if you guys can see me down here in the corner. I'm trying something new this week to hopefully keep you guys engaged and keep these lessons fun as you're reading them at home with your family. So I thought maybe if you could see my face that you would know it's really me that is going over these vocabulary words with you and going over this reading with you. I hope you guys had a fabulous weekend with your families in the nice sunshine. I know I've really been enjoying the sunshine. Taking my new puppy on a walk and taking my kids outside to play in the water. We've been having a really good time. I really miss you guys, and I hope that we have a fun time this week with our reading. So this is our last reading, talking about food and selling things and buying things. We're going to be talking about how food processing works. And so you can think of food processing as things that you find in the store. So if you find a jar of jelly, or you find a can of peanut butter, or even, a carton of eggs, or you buy tomatoes or cucumbers, anything that you buy at a grocery store, all those things have been through food processing. And so what we're going to specifically be talking about is jelly and jams, different things that you put on toast, or, I even like to eat jelly and jam with some fruit sometimes. I think it tastes really good. So we're going to go over our new vocabulary words today, and then we're going to start our reading tomorrow. So let's go over our vocabulary words. All right, my friends, we're going to start right here at picture 1. So go ahead and look at this word. It's 2 words actually for a vocabulary word instead of just 1. And then let's go ahead and look at the pictures and talk about the different things that we see. So something that I see in this first picture is I see cartons of eggs. My family and I, we love to eat eggs. We love hard-boiled eggs, scrambled eggs, over easy eggs, any way you can think of. We use eggs for baking. We use eggs for cooking. So that's what I see here. And it looks like they're brown eggs, and there's lots of cartons. And then I see somebody's hands right here. And it looks like they're maybe placing the eggs inside the carton. Now let's look at the second picture. Those look like cucumbers, which happens to be one of my favorite vegetables. In my family, we eat cucumbers with lime and salt and a little bit of tahini on it, and that's our favorite way to eat it. So in this picture, I see lots of cucumbers, and I see some sprinklers right here, and it seems to be washing off those cucumbers. So I'm thinking, what could these pictures possibly be representing? All right, guys, let's go back to our new vocabulary word, our first one.
Food processing.
Exactly, food processing. So the first word is food. The second word is processing. So let's read our sentences and we'll talk about the definition. So this is a food processing plant. I don't see any plants. Maybe it means something else in this picture. This is a food processing plant. Usually when I think of plants, I think that they're green and they're growing from the ground in a garden possibly. But this kind of plant is different. This is a type of factory. So once farmers grow eggs or they grow vegetables, really big farms send these products to a factory where they get it in packages to put in grocery stores. So these are both, they're called plants or factories. I prefer the word factories because it's not as confusing. And so these farmers send these vegetables or these eggs or fruit or whatever it is to send to a factory, and the factory washes them, cleans them, and then puts them in packages and sends them to grocery stores where you and I could buy them at the grocery store. So all food processing means is when these farmers send these items to a factory and they get them ready in order for it to go into a grocery store. Okay, my friends, now we're going to write a sentence using the word food processing. So like I said, food processing is a process in which farmers send either their vegetables or their eggs or whatever it is to a factory. The factory packages them and then sends it to grocery stores where we can buy it. So a sentence for food processing would be, food processing is used to package foods. Okay, food processing is used to package foods. go ahead and take a minute to write your sentence. Pause the video and draw your picture and write your sentence for the word food processing. All right, my friends, now we're going to go on to our second vocabulary word. Again, let's look at the word, let's look at the sounds. Think about it in your head as we look at the pictures. And let's look at this first picture. What do you guys see in this picture? Now I'm going to get a little bit closer and look here. Oh, wow, yeah. This is making me really hungry. I see oranges, and then I see a bowl with what looks like some jam or some sticky material. And then I look over here, and I see some more fruit or some more oranges cut up in a pan. And it looks like they're sprinkling sugar over it to make it even sweeter than it already is. So let's go back to our vocabulary word right here. And let's look at it. And I want you guys to say it with me. Ready? Marmalade. It's a little bit of a tongue twister. Ready? Say it again with me. Marmalade. And let's go ahead and let's count our syllables in the word marmalade. Are you guys ready? All right, ready? Marmalade. How many sounds did you guys hear? How many syllables did you hear? That's right, 3. 3 sounds in the word marmalade. Now let's go ahead and read our sentences, and then we're going to talk about what the word marmalade means. So this first picture right here, it says, the marmalade has oranges. Okay, so from looking at the picture, and I see these 3 oranges, and then I see this in the middle, whatever's in the bowl. Now I can know that that's marmalade. It's made of oranges. It has oranges in it. Let's go over here at the next sentence. The marmalade has sugar. So again, it looks like they're putting some sugar on the oranges, and then it looks like it's in a pot. So I can make an inference that they're going to put this pot on the stove and cook the oranges with the sugar in it. So what marmalade is a type of jam made from fruits. So, like I talked about earlier, there can be strawberry jam, there can be apricot jam, there can be grape jam, there can be orange jam. And all those are, the fancy term for it is called a marmalade. So it's this process of turning this fruit into a jam. And it looks like it can be made of all sorts of different types of fruits. And then they add sugar to it, and they add different preservatives to it in order to put it in a jar. And therefore, we can buy it from a store and use it to make our peanut butter and jelly, or even just some jelly toast in the morning, whatever you guys prefer. So marmalade is a jam, and you can think of lots and lots of different types of jams. We're going to go ahead and write a sentence for the word marmalade. My text box here, my friends. So for this sentence, I'm going to write, my favorite type of marmalade is strawberry. And if I were going to draw a picture, I might draw a little jar with some red jam in it, because that's my favorite. Whenever I make toast, I love to use strawberry marmalade or strawberry jam, whatever you want to prefer. Okay, my friends, go ahead and take a minute to pause the video, write down your sentence, draw your picture, and then unpause, and we'll continue on to the rest of the vocabulary. Our third vocabulary word, let's look here. Ooh, I see O-R. What does O-R say? Or. And then I see a C-H. C-H says ch. Okay. Now let's take a minute and let's look at the pictures. And this first picture, it looks like this is a field full of apple trees. So I see the trees, and I see the apples hanging from the tree, and there's a whole bunch here. And I look over here, and this looks like these are orange trees. So a whole bunch of orange trees, definitely more than one, like lots and lots and lots of orange trees and apple trees are in these pictures. So let's go ahead and go back to our vocabulary word and think about what it could possibly be. So I guys want you to say it with me. Are you guys ready? Orchard. Go ahead and say it again. Orchard. Good. We're going to go ahead and count our syllables in the word orchard. Okay, count it with me, my friends. Ready? Orchard. How many sounds are there? That's right, there's 2. 2 syllables in the word orchard. And what is an orchard? We're going to read our sentences and then talk about the definition. This orchard has apples. So this orchard has apples. I see lots and lots and lots of different trees. They all look to have apples in it. Let's look at this sentence. This orchard has oranges. Again, it looks like there's lots of different trees, all with oranges on it. So what could possibly an orchard be? An orchard is a place where fruit trees grow. So any place you can think of, like on a farm or even on a big land that you drive by, it's where there's lots and lots and lots of different trees and they're growing different fruits. So like I said, this is an apple orchard and this is an orange orchard. So it's just where there's lots and lots and lots and lots of different trees with different fruits on it. Typically an orchard is all consisted with the same fruit. So if it's an apple orchard, all of those trees have apples. If it's an orange orchard, all of those trees have oranges. Let's go ahead and write our sentence for the word orchard. Here we go. All right. Again, remember you can either copy my sentence or you can come up with your own sentence, whatever you prefer. And the sentence I'm going to be writing is, I love to go to the apple orchard and pick apples with my kids. So lots of different local farms have different types of orchards on their farm, and many of them offer for you to go and be able to pick your own fruits off of the trees. And I love doing this with my kids. I love going to different orchards and picking apples because that happens to be one of my kids' favorite foods to eat. So I love doing that. All right, my friends, go ahead and pause the video, write down your sentence, draw your picture, and then go ahead and unpause as we continue on to our next word. So our next word here is packaged. Go ahead and say it with me. Packaged. Let's count the syllables in the words packaged. Ready? Packaged. How many sounds do you guys hear? That's right, 2. The word packaged has 2 sounds, 2 syllables. And let's look at the pictures. All right, and it says, the jam is packaged. The fish is packaged. Ooh, it looks like those are sardines in that can. Ooh, I don't like sardines. So what packaged means, so if we look at both of these, this is a jar that can be closed with the top, and this is a can that can be closed with the top. So the word packaged means put into any type of container. So it can be a glass container, like jams and jellies, marmalades, or it can be a can container, like sardines. Chicken noodle soup is packaged. What else is packaged? Tomato soup. Lots and lots of different things. Tuna is packaged in a can as well. Beans. I mean, the list can go on and on. If you go into any grocery store, into the can aisle, all of those things are packaged into cans. And then peanut butter is packaged typically into a plastic container. So we're going to write our sentence, my friends. Peanut butter and jelly are both packaged. All right, my friends, either go ahead and copy my sentence or make up your own sentence, whatever you prefer, and make sure to draw your picture. Pause the video, and we're going to go on to our last vocabulary word. Our last vocabulary word, my friends, go ahead and say it with me, preserve. Let's go ahead and count our syllables. Ready? Preserve. It has 2 syllables. Let's read our sentences and look at our pictures. The jam is a preserve. The marmalade is a preserve. So if we look at both of these pictures, they're both preserves. And all a preserve is a spread made with fruit and sugar. So for our sentence, I'm going to write orange marmalade is a preserve. All right, my friends? So go ahead and take a minute to write your own sentence, draw your own picture. Make sure you practice all your new vocabulary words today with Mom and Dad. And I can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. Have a great day, guys. Happy Monday.